This is the S&P 500 one-day reading for November 3rd, 2023. It's currently October 2nd, 2023, 9:50 p.m. Eastern Time. The S&P at the time of this reading, 4,288.39, and the shuffle file for the November 3rd reading was created on September 25th, 2023 at 2:17 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video here. So the overall theme and behavior for the day, we have a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher. It's crossed with the unicursal hexagram energy. So from the standpoint of unicursal on a theme card, this does indicate that we should see either an opportunity before a sharp drop, or we should see a sharp drop. Like we should see an opportunity today before a sharp drop tomorrow, or we should see an opportunity today before a sharp drop today. And we'll get into that in more detail as we progress through the reading. Behavior around the high is high. We have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. It's nullified somehow. So first off, it's difficult to determine where the high is because we don't have a correlation on the timeline cards. But what will likely happen is those multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance, somehow the high is going to become irrelevant. Behavior around the lowest low for the day, an important support level on a 1 month scale at least at the low. And then I'm advised to trade around a notable move higher standing out on a 1 day chart. Before we get into where I see the hour by hour chart behavior and where I see the highs and the lows, I just want to make sure everybody's aware the whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following a threefold rule of karma of the channel. That is to take 5% of the profits that you make from this information and donate it forward to one of these charities. 5% of the profits should be donated back to the channel as, you know, saying thank you and supporting the channel. And that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you do that, guys, you basically have guaranteed abundance mentality by paying it forward. You guaranteed a gratitude mentality by paying it back. And then spending that 90% left over out of love, you're guaranteeing a clear conscience. And those are all necessary components to continue manifesting wealth, guys. Don't put it off. When you make money, do it right away so the universe doesn't shut that off from you. And with that said, guys, let's see. So the highs for the day, I think we probably have a high towards the end of the day. Well, actually, I think we probably have a high at the beginning of the day and a high at the end of the day based on, it may not even be a high at the end of the day. It could be like, see, even here, there's two local highs as indicated by the double green highlighting. So likely what happens is we open higher or we rally higher than where the close was here in the pre-market, the prior day's close. So this is where you would close out of a long position. If you were ballsy enough to open up a long position here on the second at the end of the day, I would do it when we have this prominent trough towards the end of the day, but I would not do it if I see a big move out of a decline here at like towards the end of the day from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range, then I missed my opportunity. I would not get into a long position. I would just wait till tomorrow to get into a short position. But a little courage. This one's not the clearest, but my sense is that what you could do is open up a long position there before that big move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range, and then close it here around the open at a near overbought peak or crest that we sell off from pretty notably right around the open after a rally in the pre-market. And then in the first half hour, we have like this prominent move higher followed by this full retracement with a period of sideways rotation between roughly 10 and 11. In that period of sideways rotation, there's going to be a sharp drop that stands out, and we may very well have a low here between 10 and 11. Yeah, I think the high's probably at the beginning of the day. So we have this low here between 10 and 11, a sharp drop that stands out, taking us to a low. Usually when you see the Queen of Discs, it's a revisiting of a support level. And then we have another sharp drop. The Universe card is the biggest decline card in the deck. So another significant decline there that takes us into a low midday. Okay, so there's a little bit of a rally off of the low between 10 and 11, and then another decline taking us into a low midday in the midst of some price swings. There's a trade opportunity there too, where you could close out of the short position that was opened here around the open. Around the low, we're gonna have price swings, right? And we should see a key support on a 1 month chart near this low here. When we're at key support on a 1 month chart, I would then open up or close the long position. Sorry, close the short position, and then what we should see is sideways rotation along that key support and a prominent move higher, and then more sideways rotation, successfully turning resistance into support. This is a cross-reading congruency. This is a preview card from the following day, so we should see a notable move there. And then a decline after that notable move higher, we should have a decline that offers opportunity to open up a long position for a day trade, for the second day trade. In the midst of that decline in the last 2 hours, you would open up a long position and close the long position after a big move higher into the close where we meet a key resistance level. I would close that long position there, and then there's some indication that we have a high for the month or something along those lines there on the 4th. It's possible, but a significant trade opportunity the following day. In the post market, we have a decline to and through support, meet a second support, and we rotate sideways along that support. Yeah, my sense is that we likely open lower on the 6th. Yeah, and there's very likely a lowest low there on the morning of the 6th. It looks like there's a strong possible location of a lowest low. And it would make sense because we have this unicursal energy for the theme card on the 3rd. Guys, if you haven't subscribed and you like this stuff, please make sure to subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And as always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. With that said, my friends, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Blessings.